Hey guys, this is Al, and today we're going to be talking about how to grow your small business. And today I've decided to use an analogy that relates to human development and equate it to your business growth. All right. Now, a lot of times I get calls from different business owners and they say, how can I grow my business? I want to get more customers. I want to have more money. I want to have my business do the things that I've always envisioned it doing, basically paying my mortgage, paying my car note, paying off my student loans, paying the utility bills, basically paying for everything. And I ask them questions about their business, and sometimes I'm kind of shocked at some of the answers I receive. And then I just talk to them about this analogy. So today I decided to share the analogy with you so that you could get an idea of the stages of business development and how your business should actually grow. All right. Now, when you're in the first stage of business development, it's basically the idea stage. You got hopes and dreams. You have this newborn baby of a business, and you say all these things that you want for the baby. But what happens is you're really at the stage where you're just nurturing the ideas. You're feeding it. You're not expecting too much for it. It's just loving and being in love with the concept of your new business. Okay? Then you move on to a stage where it's the toddler stage where it starts walking and talking a little bit. You've got some things in the works, some ideas. People are starting to take notice. People are starting to like your idea as well. And they're saying, wow, this is a pretty good business concept. But it's just walking and talking. There hasn't been any funding involved yet. You're just feeding it from the point of growing it, but it's not actually making any money for you. And the same holds true for the stage where it's school age. Now it's going into school, it's learning some more things, it's starting to have its identity. And this is what we call the branding stage, where people start seeing it exert its will, and it's saying, well, I want this and I want that. And people start seeing its identity and seeing what type of personality this business has in the marketplace. All right, the next stage is where the business is establishing its marketing strategies. And remember, these are in rapid succession in a lot of cases. I don't want you to equate too much with this analogy as it relates to the years, because these things can happen in rapid succession. And so what happens is this is the point where the marketing strategies start to be implemented in a stronger way, and it starts to get more defined as far as its identity. There may be some money being earned here, but it's just so small. It's just like a child learning how to feed itself just a little bit. It's still just like a toddler or a child needing help to like put on their clothes or take off certain clothes, or but they can feed themselves in these two stages here. That's what happens, but it's not to a point where they can cook their own meals or anything like that, and they're not at the stage where they're fully independent. Now, the next stage is the teenage stage. This is the stage where they can dress themselves, hopefully, and they are at a stage where they can earn some money. It's not enough to support the household, but they contribute something. And they can pay for their own meals and so on and so forth. But it's just at that stage where you start seeing some traction developing in your business. Okay? And then this is the next stage we're trying to get to. This is the adult stage. This is where all the bills are being paid for by the business. The business is putting a little money away as savings and so on and so forth. It's making good decisions. People recognize it as a full-grown company, and they start seeing the income coming in on a steady basis. That's what's happening at this adult stage, okay? So it takes care of itself. People see income coming in on a steady basis, and it's really taking care of you. And then the next stage is what we call the good child or the good son or the good daughter. This is the stage that we really want our business to be at. This is the stage where it not only takes care of itself, but it can take care of others, and it can take care of you in its retirement. Okay? In your retirement. So what happens here is that it's a full-grown business. It makes money. It's spawning possibly other businesses, and it has the potential to take care of you in your retirement. So this is what we're trying to get to. Now, the problem that I see a lot of times with business owners is they get frustrated along the stages of development with their business. For example, two of the most frustrating times for a business owner is the infancy and just before it becomes an adult. And this is what I typically hear. All right, I'm trying to get my business started. I need some help. I need some funding. I need some things going on. And they tried to get a bank loan. They couldn't get a bank loan. And so they kind of want to give up on their business. And what I tell people is that no, don't quit. Because the reality is that at this time in history and this time in technology is one of the easiest times to build a business. You don't need a lot of the money that you thought that you needed to get your business started. I counsel business owners all the time, and they are shocked a lot of times about how quickly their business can be up and running with very little money or very little cash outlay on their part, because of the fact that the technology bridges a lot of the gaps of the things we used to have to pay for and we used to have to go to get bank funding for. Okay. And that allows the business to grow in rapid succession. And then the other thing that they get concerned about is they say, well, it's like, I want my business to take care of me. Now, the business is at that teenage stage where it's paying for a couple of things, but they're expecting that it pay for their car note, it pay for their mortgage payment, it pays for all this other stuff. Now, the truth is, if we were looking at this from the standpoint of real life, if you expected a teenager to pay your car note, to pay your mortgage payment, to pay your health insurance and all that other stuff, you would be having a visit from Child Protective Services come to your house, or some type of child support organization, and they would take your kids away from you because you were basically abusing your children. Well, that's what business owners do to their business. They have all these expectations, but they have to understand that one business alone is not going to do everything that you want to do in that time frame. There are very rarely that you'll have a business move from its infancy all the way to a good child or a good son or good daughter in just a few short months. That's very rare. Okay, so what happens here to not put too much burden on this teenager or this adolescent business is that you want to have the work divided. So you may have several teenage businesses or several businesses or several opportunities or several income streams that provide for your needs. So one business may pay your car note, another business may pay your health insurance, another business may pay your mortgage payment, and so on and so forth. Now, what happens here, you're not putting that one burden on that one business. And the thing is, with the technology, with different websites and different things that you start, you're able to do that, and you can have these multiple businesses. And then when those multiple businesses finally grow up and become good children, then what happens is you have multiple streams of income in your retirement. So that's what we need to focus on. Don't put too much pressure on your business at that stage. Don't become too critical of your business. Don't talk badly about your business, because you have to understand the stages of development that it is in. Now, I hope that helps you to understand how to grow your business. Remember, take it day by day, start with small steps, use technology. Technology will grow your business faster than any other thing. And you want to make sure you stay positive. Now, if you need help with your business growth and development, please visit us online at techandcompany.com or click the link below this video and we'll be glad to help you. All right, thanks so much, guys, and have a great day.